Hi everyone, I'm Shripriya, just your regular brown girl in Japan. And if you're new here, then I make videos about day-to-day life in Japan, so please hit that subscribe button. Today we're discussing top 5 apps that you need for your next Japan travel. Let's go. Number 1 is the SUICA or the PASMO app. It is a transportation app used by mainly subways and JR lines within Japan. So it's a good idea to download the application, link your SUICA card to your credit card, and you're good to go. SUICA or the PASMO applications are super useful because now you don't need to buy a ticket every single time you travel because it can be annoying, honestly. Also, SUICA cards I have seen like a lot of places like vending machines or some shops also accept SUICA cards. So it's not just for your trains, it's also for those shops as well. Number 2, PayPay. PayPay is basically an Indian Paytm version of Japan. If that makes sense, you basically add money to your wallet and then you scan a QR code and pay through your wallet. It's super useful, A, because now you don't have to carry cash, especially those coins around anymore. B, you also get PayPay points which can be used for later transactions. Number 3 is BIKESHARE. BIKESHARE is basically a bicycle rental application available in the major cities within Japan. BIKESHARE is especially useful when you don't want to take a public transport but you also don't feel like walking. I do that all the time for shorter distances. It's quite useful because there are so many drop-off stations within the city, so there's a high probability that you will find one near your destination. If you're traveling to a new city and you don't have a driving license, then also I think BIKESHARE is quite useful. You can always apply for one-day passes, which could be a little cheaper than taking the public transport. Number 4 are the taxi apps such as Uber or Go Taxi. In Japan, generally taxis are much more expensive than in India, but when you register as a new user, you usually get these coupons of 50% off on the next 5 rides or 1000 yen off coupons. I usually use them especially after midnight when you really can't find a subway. So it's always good to have these apps. Number 5 is Google Translate. I think this goes without saying, but it's always a good idea to have Google Translate. I particularly like their image translation feature. This is useful because a lot of restaurants in Japan can have menus only in Japanese. So instead of struggling with it, I can always translate and order. Also, I use Google Translate whenever I'm buying a new product, especially a food item for the first time because it might contain seafood or meat and I'm a vegetarian, so that always helps. Okay guys, that was it. These were my top 5 apps that you should use for your next Japan travel. If you know some other apps that are pretty useful that you use in day-to-day life, please tell me in the comments down below and I will see you next week. Until then, like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.